The draft of the following complaint has been sent to our representative in the Federalist Society and to legal counsel to review. This is only part of the complaint. Legal citations are omitted for this presentation. You can plainly see that this case will survive summary judgment motions. If you are a creator of content on this venue and would like to add your name as a plaintiff, please contact me at 856-322-6414. If I miss your call, I will eventually return it. As you'll see in the following draft, we are not only suing, we are filing criminal complaints. Those who think they can have their cake and eat it too are in for a rude awakening. Please share this video and tweet it to your congressman. If you can help us in any way, it would be appreciated. We want everyone to have a voice on these platforms that we created and that taxpayers pay for. This document is an outline for both criminal complaint and civil torts against YouTube, Google, and Alphabet Incorporated. It outlines all of the charges that personally affect all content creators and all users of the platform. Also, these allegations apply in some respect to all social media platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and others. Criminal charges. Title 18 U.S. Code 241. The plaintiffs in this complaint allege that individuals named in the complaint, the CEOs of YouTube, Google, and Alphabet Incorporated, are in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code 241, Conspiracy Against Rights, which reads as follows. If two or more persons conspire to injure, oppress, threaten, or intimidate any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district in the free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege secured to him by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or because of his having so exercised the same, or if two or more persons go in disguise on the highway or in the premises of another, with the intent to prevent or hinder his free exercise or enjoyment of any right or privilege so secured, they shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and if death results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, they should be fined under this title or imprisoned for any term of years or for life or both, or may be sentenced to death. Now, this obviously doesn't include kidnapping or child abuse or any of that, but that's the way the statute reads. The violations alleged have indeed occurred, as hundreds of social media channels, including 4 channels belonging to plaintiff David Todeschini, have been summarily deleted without warning and without any clear explanation other than statement violated our terms of service. This allegation, being empirically true, is validated by hundreds of creators' work being scrubbed off the internet, most notably Alex Jones, who was simultaneously deplatformed on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook on the same day. The court will note that the elements of the statute do not require the defendant's use of physical violence, but merely to prevent the exercise of a constitutionally guaranteed right of another person, in this case, a class of persons who support Donald Trump. And there's a link to the article there. Civil fraud, theft by deception. The plaintiffs in this litigation allege that the defendants named engaged in activities violating the RICO Act by instances of fraud concerning content creator payments for ads that were displayed on their YouTube channels. This fraud was perpetrated by deception. A creator is paid a portion of ad revenue from ads that are displayed on his channel. If the number of subscribers or the number of views on individual videos on that channel are underreported to the creator who does the work to produce the videos that the ads run on has no way to tell if he is being cheated. Because we allege that the theft was done by deceptive practices that creators have no way of knowing, we petition the court to initiate an investigation to see if this charge can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty. Title 18 U.S. Code 1983 deprivation of rights. The plaintiffs to this action allege that the constitutional rights of both content creators to speak and subscribers and viewers' rights to listen have been egregiously violated by YouTube and, in fact, all major social media platforms. Firstly, these platforms operate at the behest of the U.S. government, which pumps hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars into these corporations. In effect, these tech giants are government-entangled entities which negate the defense that private companies cannot violate constitutional liberties. For example, Facebook was a DARPA, Department of Defense project, which previously was called LifeLog. It was originally intended as a data collection project to spy on everyone in the United States. Google has multi-million-dollar satellite contracts with Department of Defense and drug enforcement agencies, among other government agencies. Secondly, all of these platforms use taxpayer-funded infrastructure called the Internet. By censoring, demonetizing, and shadow banning a certain class or group or political view on their platforms, they are depriving a certain group of taxpayers the ability and the right to use the infrastructure they helped to pay for. Breach of contract. YouTube's terms of service, which are constantly being changed by YouTube, is a contract engaged in by two parties. It is, in effect, a provision of services or work by the creators in exchange for monetary compensation derived from advertisements played prior, during, or after the creator's content, which placement the creator has the ability to modify. The breach of this contract falls under the heading of a legal fiction. A creator who agrees to terms of service in 2016, when he or she starts a YouTube channel, is constantly bombarded with changes to the contract or agreement. Summary destruction of worked product. Most creators keep a backup of the videos they produce, but even uploading them consumes time, and it is work to properly title, tag, and provide descriptions for each video. If a channel is summarily deleted, just uploading those videos onto a new channel may take months. In-kind political contributions. Platforms that delete conservative content are, in effect, providing in-kind political donations to opposing parties, the value of which exponentially exceeds campaign contribution limits. For example, if content that supports Donald Trump were to be completely disappeared, the value to the opposition party far exceeds the value of any ad revenue. So it is obvious that unless YouTube is willing to lose all ad revenue run on conservative channels, they are being more than compensated by the opposition party, Soros and others, to engage in this behavior, discrimination against conservatives, and at the risk of multiple lawsuits. Election fraud. By manipulating search results to steer users of its search engine, Google steers users to mainstream media sources regardless of the user's specificity of what they're looking for. Mainstream media outlets have been empirically proven, without any doubt whatsoever, to be fake news. The phenomenon of alternate news has decimated the mainstream media, and they are looking to usurp the internet platforms to continue their decades-long gaslighting of the American people. Case in point, even the BBC is compromised, proven on 9/11/2001, when Jane Stanley, a reporter for the BBC in New York City that day, reported on a live broadcast that World Trade Center Building 7, aka the Solomon Brothers building, fell 25 minutes before it actually fell. Case in point, practically all news reporters of major channels use the exact same words and phrases. They are propaganda, and alternative media's conservative reporters have proven this allegation hundreds of times. By banning and deleting conservative content, big tech is engaging in election fraud because people act on the information they get, and if they only get one side of the story, it is a huge advantage to the party controlling the dissemination of information. 47 U.S. Code 230. Communications Decency Act, platform or publisher. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, since the election of Donald Trump, seem to be in a quandary as to whether they want to be publishers with the right to edit any content they choose and be liable for that content, or platforms, digital town squares, where they have no right to edit and are not liable for content. In that state of feigned confusion, they seem to want to be both at the same time. They want to be able to delete the content they politically don't agree with because they are paid to, while promoting content that is in effect in-kind political campaign contributions, and they want to be able to do this whilst maintaining the protections afforded to platforms, while also enjoying the ability to edit, delete, or reject monetization for channels whose content they disagree with. This is a legal non sequitur. While the First Amendment generally does not apply to private companies, the Supreme Court has held it does not disable the government from taking steps to ensure that private interests not restrict the free flow of information and ideas. But as Senator Ted Cruz points out, Congress actually has the power to deter political censorship by social media companies without using government coercion or taking action that would violate the First Amendment, in letter or spirit. Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act immunizes online platforms for their users' defamatory, fraudulent, or otherwise unlawful content. Congress granted this extraordinary benefit to facilitate forums for a true diversity of political discourse. This exemption from the standard libel law is extremely valuable to the companies that enjoy its protection, such as Google, Facebook, and Twitter, but they only got it because it was assumed they would operate as impartial, open channels of communication, not curators of acceptable opinion. Section 230 encourages Internet platforms to moderate offensive speech, but the law was not intended to facilitate political censorship. Online platforms should receive immunity only if they maintain viewpoint neutrality consistent with traditional legal norms for distributions of information. Number 1. Treatment of publisher or speaker. No provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. Number 2. Civil liability. No provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be held liable on account of a. Any action voluntarily taken in good faith to restrict access to or availability of material that the provider or user considers to be obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, excessively violent, harassing, or otherwise objectionable, whether or not such material is constitutionally protected, or b. Any action taken to enable or make available to information content providers or others the technical means to restrict access to material described in paragraph 1. Theft of services. By soliciting creators to do work creating and uploading videos to the platform, YouTube and other social media platforms are engaging in contractual obligations that are legally binding on both parties. Creators spent their time doing videos and often invest thousands of dollars in equipment that is capable of performing the task of editing these videos into a pleasant presentation. When summary deletion of a video, or an entire channel, representing years of work, YouTube never specifies precisely what that violation of the terms of service was that caused the deletion, and never any specificity on how to correct the problem. Plaintiff Dave Todeschini has a channel titled USA Net for Truth, which was instantly deleted in its entirety because he uploaded a critique of the New Zealand mosque shooting video, which is as fake. The video was instantly flagged and the channel was taken down. Over 35,000 subscribers with a 96% thumbs up rate and over 400 videos representing a year of work, at least 12 hours a day, gone. The email describing the video removal used words, quote, upon review, end quote, literally 15 seconds after the video was rejected. Nobody reviewed anything. The video was flagged because it exposed corruption. YouTube Terms of Service. This part is a copy of the YouTube's Terms of Service in its entirety, which mentions nothing about how the reporting is, and no specificity on the reporting as to what will be deleted or what is not allowed, just in vague generalities. And any emails that you get when your video is taken down or your channel is deleted is just as vague. The following are current statistics for Inglorious Patriots and Net4Truth USA 2 Patriot channel as of 0230 hours, December 14th, 2019. Here is the dashboard for Inglorious Patriots. We are currently showing 3,433 subscribers. Let's go to View More. And we see we have a 99.3% thumbs up, likes versus dislikes, up a full 1% from the last 28-day period, which was 98.3%. Let's switch to Net4Truth USA Patriot channel. These are the statistics. These are the statistics for Net4Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. We are currently showing 1,547 subscribers, and we ask that you subscribe to this channel as well as Inglorious Patriots. Let's go see what our like versus dislike statistics are. We are 99.2% thumbs up for the last 28 days versus only 97.1% the previous period. So a vast majority of people like what they see on these two channels, and there is absolutely no reason for their tube to take it down. Please subscribe to our backup channels, Net4Truth USA 2 Patriot channel, BitChute.com/net4Truth USA, and drop.space /@Net4Truth USA. We fly so close to the target, we are on our 5th fighter jet. We will be relentless and persistent until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/Net4Truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.